You know that awkward moment when someone hands you a plate and your fingers brush together for way too long? That is not a rom-com meet-cute, that is a hygiene problem waiting to happen at your event. Vendors deal with this 100 times a shift, hand to hand, cup to cup, cash to cash, and every single touch is a tiny opportunity for germs to hitch a ride like an uninvited party guest. The good news is you can fix this without turning your booth into a hospital hallway. Let us start with gloves, because gloves are like a superhero costume for your hands, except the villain is invisible bacteria instead of a guy in a cape. The trick is changing them often, not wearing the same pair for 6 hours like they are a lucky pair of socks. Here is a myth people believe, that gloves make your hands magically clean forever. Nope. Gloves protect the food from your hands, they do not replace washing, so treat them like phone chargers. Useful, but only if you actually use fresh ones. Now let us talk hand sanitizer. The tiny bottle that somehow always ends up sticky on the outside. Keep one at the handoff point where money or food changes hands, because a squirt before and after each transaction takes about 3 seconds and saves you from becoming the reason someone's stomach stages a rebellion. Contactless options are where things get fun, like you are suddenly running a mini spy operation. Tap to pay, QR code menus, and pre-bagged items mean fewer fingers touching the same surface, which is basically the opposite of a group handshake at a family reunion. Think about 1918 for a second, when the flu pandemic taught the world that shared surfaces and close contacts spread illness fast. We are not reliving history class here, but that lesson still shapes why smart vendors today build routines around fewer touches, not zero effort. A contactless handoff can be as simple as setting the item on a tray instead of into someone's hand, like you are a fancy butler but with a folding table instead of a mansion. It feels professional, it looks clean, and honestly, it just looks cooler, like you know what you are doing. Here is where doubt creeps in for a lot of vendors. They worry all this hygiene stuff makes the interaction feel cold or robotic. It does not have to. You can still smile, say thank you, and make eye contact. Warmth and cleanliness are not enemies. They are actually a great team. Let us bust another misunderstanding. Some folks think hand sanitizer replaces soap and water when things get really messy, like after handling raw food or trash. It does not. Sanitizer is the quick touch-up, soap and water is the deep clean. Think of it like sanitizer is a quick comb and washing is an actual shower. Data from health departments consistently shows that proper hand washing reduces the spread of illness way more than any single product alone. So the real secret is not one magic gadget, it is the routine. Gloves plus sanitizer plus contactless steps plus real hand washing whenever you can, all working together like a snack squad. Community feedback from actual event organizers says customers notice this stuff more than you think. They remember the vendor who looked clean and careful, and they tell their friends about it. That word of mouth is basically free advertising, cheaper than any billboard and way more trustworthy than an influencer post. Preparation is the boring part nobody wants to talk about, but it is the part that saves your reputation. Pack extra gloves, refill your sanitizer before the event, not during it, and set up your contactless station so it is obvious and easy, not hidden behind the cash box like a secret menu item. At the end of the day, a hygienic handoff routine is not about fear, it is about respect. Respect for your customers and respect for your own hard work building this business. When you treat cleanliness like part of your brand instead of an annoying chore, people notice and they come back. So next time you are setting up your booth, ask yourself if your handoff looks like it belongs in a 5-star kitchen or a mystery science experiment. And if you want to learn more about building a smarter, cleaner vendor operation, check out our links in the description.